We are Cognitive Athletics, a US-based collab of experience from multiple careers, playing professional soccer, being a coach, and sharing the most common news and opinions from the world's greatest sport. Hey everyone, welcome to the Cognitive Athletics Show. We are here to cover soccer news from around the globe. News about the sport, the participants, and the industry overall with its loads of inspiring, motivating, and very often surprising stories that arise within the sport. As much as I would love to speak about the game scores, the player transfers, or show some highlights of the most beautiful sport, there are much more important topics that need to be covered, such as the scandals, the silliness, and the lack of respect for the game and its worldwide fans and passionate supporters. So let us dive right into our main conversation today. The United States soccer industry is cohesively having its own epidemic, which is a major flaw in hiring of both youth and pro soccer coaches. There seems to be a drastic amount of team managers being fired recently, which could be a very positive assessment of the current soccer landscape, and that the league realizing really out with the old and in with the capable new. It's very clear that the US soccer really needs to get rid of whatever this is.
Is Christian Pulisic the real deal?
He's pretty good.
He's pretty good, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Is he going to make a big difference for USA in the future, would you say?
Hopefully.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And the teams need to spend more time hiring coaches that are innovative, creative, and more empathetic to the sport's common issues, such as these kind of people.
It's funny to think about the things in your life that can make you cry. Just knowing that they existed can then become the same thing that make you cry knowing that they're now gone. I think those things come into our lives to help us get from one place to a better one.
Now, the issue, in my opinion, boils down to a couple different oversights that happen within the U.S. soccer structure. From parents' lack of soccer education, to the strong oversight on club executives and the accountability that they must maintain. The United States youth soccer beast is something of a mirror of the NFL in the early years of its reform. Very excited about something shiny and new, but very much about burying the essential core issues that plague the league and keep them to this day still playing catch up to repair. The modern example of this in the NFL is the resignation of John Gruden, the Raiders coach. That was found to not only be belittling people, but integrating his racism, his bigotry, and even worse, his disrespect for the sanctity of sports and the people that surround it. Now, let's look at an example in U.S. soccer that has failed miserably and still lingers on disgustingly. Recently, it has been reported that within the National Women's Soccer League, there was some light shown to some terrible behavior from yet another soccer coach taking advantage of young players emotionally and, of course, abusing them in one form or another.
Well, tonight, the world of professional women's soccer is turned upside down after a shocking report that a prominent male coach is accused of coercing players into having sex. The top league canceled all of its games for this weekend, and now soccer's international governing body is investigating.
This idiot coach, Paul, of the North Carolina team was revealed as a predator. And it took players coming forward to a news outlet to get the story public. And this is after already filing complaints with the league as well as the team. To me, this shows a major flaw in the NWSL as a whole, for being able to handle the complexities of the sport and the way players should be treated. A systemic failure. These are words that are relative and important and came from an absolute legend and one of the most respectable players, regardless of gender. Yeah, Alex Morgan. She has supported this outcry more than any other person. But bear with me here while I make a case to why the NWSL League is in need of a serious overhaul. On September 30th of this year, the league commissioner, Lisa, put out a statement about the firing of North Carolina coach Paul Riley. In the opening line of her statement, Lisa literally says, "I was shocked and disgusted to read the new allegations reported this morning." Here's where it gets very interesting. Just 2 days later after the statement, it's reported that she resigns with no real clear statement from the league. The shocking facts are only revealed later on by a tweet from Alex Morgan, which is a private email between Lisa, the commissioner, and Sinead Farrelly back in April of this year. Now, what was in that email between the league commissioner and Sinead, you might ask? Well, the email contained an official complaint from Sinead about the abuse from Paul that she not only witnessed firsthand, but had to suffer and experience herself as well. So not only did Lisa know about the abuse that Mr. Paul gets too riled up was actively doing, but she simply closed out Sinead's original complaint with a simple email stating, "I reviewed our files and I can confirm that the initial complaint was investigated to its conclusion." Now, what does that even mean? Please hit the subscribe button, because every time you do, the soccer gods will bless you with years of good health.